Dwayne here, PhoenixTypewriter.com. Got a Remington full-size standard, I guess this is what they call this, but I think there's another model name for it. So I was on the fence on what to do with this typewriter. It had no tension. It works overall, and it's not bad condition. It's just not the prettiest typewriter in the world. It is my stock machine. Was purchased with the 5 other typewriters, and it's just a little dirty. Segment's a little dirty down there, and a couple of the keys are sticking. I'm going to flush the segment. It should solve that. But the main problem, almost a deal breaker, I thought, was there was no tension on this side of the Platen feed rollers. So when you rolled the paper through, it just went crooked like that. And so this does have pretty easy removable platen on this. You just flick these little levers here, and this platen roller comes right on out of there. So I got investigating in here. Let's take the paper pan out of here. And I've pretty much found the problem right away. So when you look in here closely, you'll see over here the feed rollers have a tension. It's a flex. This brass colored thing is a spring loaded piece of steel, and it's got a little tiny adjustment right there for tension. You can adjust how hard it springs. There's also one right down here for the lower feed rollers right there. But if you slide this over, you'll see, well, this one is missing. Not only is it missing, it's broken in half. There it is right there. And it's broken right there at the adjustment point. It broke. And this is pretty hard. This is pretty stiff. I can't bend it with my fingers. It's pretty stiff steel. So I just could not figure out without another part what to do over here. But if you notice, I don't know if you can notice, but I added the spring right there. That little guy right there. Actually, it's a pretty heavy duty spring. And I connected it underneath where this piece used to go. And then I got it connected to this solid arm here. This piece moves, but this is solid. And there's nothing interfering with it. It's not interfering with the paper pan, or even, I thought it was going to interfere with how far this went down, but it's okay. So that does paper release here. When I flick, it moves out of the way. The rollers move away. So I just put this heavy duty spring on here, connected it up there, and I think that's going to work. Because if you feel this, which you can't do on camera, you guys can't feel it, but I can feel it. So you push this down, it's got a certain amount of tension, and this has a certain amount of tension, and it's pretty close. This is a little stiffer than this side. I could probably take a couple coils off that spring and make it a little stiffer, but it's fine. So that's the modification to that. That spring right there is replacing this broken part, which went underneath right there and connected underneath the arm. So we're just going to do that as a modification for this machine. And kind of surprised it worked out like it did, but sometimes you have to modify and think outside the box and figure an alternate method to get things repaired. Okay, so that's in there, right? Let's put the roller back in here, and we'll see. At least the roller comes in and out of here really easy. So now we put this in, and if we back off and look, it feeds just fine. Feeds in just fine. Even when I rough handle it, it fed in just fine. So, in fact, it almost grip better on that side. Yeah. feeding nice. Before it wasn't feeding at all, so we got a winner here. And we're just gonna keep it like that and call this one good. Good day.